At 4ZZZ, we acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we broadcast. We pay our respects to the elders past, present and emerging of the Turrbal and Jagera people. We acknowledge that their sovereignty over this land was never ceded.
And we stand in solidarity with them.
You're listening to Transmission on 4ZZZ, amplifying the trans and gender non-conforming voices of Brisbane and beyond.
This is Transmission. Good morning. I'm Cai and I use they, she pronouns. And I'm here with...
And I'm Ez. I use he, him pronouns.
Today we've got usual of the weekend community news and events, and also a very special interview with some total babes.
Yeah.
From Queerbait. So we'll get to that later today. But to begin with, have you got some news for us, Ez?
I do. The week in news. Well, you mean events? We don't have much news today. But we've got an event coming up this Friday at Black Bear Lodge, which is Let's Get Hitched, the single launch for Mount Nadir's You and Me. They decided to get hitched at Black Bear Lodge with live music. The ceremony will be joined with Big Dinner and Dog God opening the night. Tickets are $10 online and $15 on the door. So that's Friday, March 17th at 7 p.m. I believe there's also an event with the Cutaways at King Lear's Throne, also this Friday, the 17th of March. So you can check out that one as well. And I believe our guests, Queerbait, also are gigging this weekend. But we can ask the lovely Eva and Ali, who are here, about that soon enough. So yeah. Do we have any news?
Just a little bit. So we've got some research into My Health Record for trans people and other stigmatised communities. I'm reading from a post from Trans Health Research. In 2018, the federal government changed Australia's national electronic health record system, My Health Record, from an opt-in to opt-out system. In a recently published study, interviews with 16 key informants representing stigmatised communities revealed concerns about discrimination and breaches of privacy. If you do pursue a physical transition, you can still have health records that are in your old gender that are floating around. Then everybody gets really confused and starts focusing on your gender as opposed to anything else, stated one informant. Researchers conclude that meaningful involvement of communities in the design and delivery of digital health systems is necessary to build trust and to ensure that the diverse needs of communities can be incorporated into systems, ideally resulting in safer and more relevant systems.
That's good. That's great. I mean, there's some progress there.
Yeah. It's always been a bit, I don't know, I've been a bit suspicious of the My Health Record thing. There's just so many opportunities for things to go wrong, but it, also could be used for a lot of good.
Yes.
Once we get it right.
Yes. With great power comes great responsibility. Sorry, I'm getting a Spider-Man tattoo tomorrow, so, just gonna rattle off some Spider-Man quotes.
We love Spider-Man. Spider-Trans.
You may have noticed that the roles have reversed if you're regular listeners of Transmission. Cai is in the hot seat learning the pushing buttons announcer business today. That's some news worth mentioning. So
there's some news.
Yeah. If you hear lots of fun clunks and clinks and maybe a little bit of silence here and there, that's because Cai is learning.
Yeah.
And we're all volunteers here, so the stress on the volunteers is high this morning in the studio. So we'll get you all skilled up.
Yes, the
leveled
joys
up.
of community radio. I promise I'll do my best to take care of you. So.
Aww, we have Oh no! Wait. There's more news.
There's a little bit of news. There were just some protests across the country. Because we've got someone awful here in the country at the moment.
Posey Parker.
Yes,
yeah.
Posey Parker. We've talked a bit about how notorious she is for hate speech, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't go too into that, but the really good turnouts for those protests across the country over the weekend. So good on you if you showed up. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's important.
Pride in protest. Sorry. posted some really good photos and stuff and caught some really good highlights. So we'll be sharing that.
Of the one in Sydney, and there was some good photos from the one in Mianjin as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should check out Pride and Protest and follow them, actually. They do some really amazing stuff.
Yes. Sydney based, but they are well worth a follow. They do the good work.
They do indeed.
QLife is Australia's first nationally oriented counselling and referral service for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender and intersex or LGBTI people. QLife provides peer-supported telephone and web-based services to diverse people of all ages. They help callers with a range of issues relating to sexuality and gender, including coming out, as well as more general issues such as relationship problems. So remember, you can call the QLife line daily from 5:30pm till 10:30pm on 1800 184 527. And for online chat and support, go to qlife.org.au.
You're listening to Transmission on 4ZZZ, and I'm Cai, and I use they, she pronouns.
My name is Ez, I use he, him pronouns.
And we're here in studio with the amazing Queerbait.
Yeah! What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Howdy.
Would you like to introduce yourselves and say your pronouns, please?
I'm Eve. Is this mic working?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Your headphones aren't working.
I'm Eva. I'm 28. She, her.
Juniper or June, 22. She, they. Just turned 22. I didn't forget my own age.
I'm Allison, she, her as well, and 22.
I feel like I should say my age now. I'm 29.
I'm also 29.
And we're going to My Chemical Romance tonight.
Yes,
Totally off
we
topic.
are. Yes, I knew at least one of you. I would have either be going tonight or last night.
Had my tickets booked since 2019. Was it they first announced?
Yeah, I've been trying to see them ever since then.
I kept forgetting to buy them, but I did drive someone to My Chem last night.
Aw,
You're a
that's,
good friend.
You know, that's part of the seeing the band, you know, is like having someone drive you to the entertainment center. So how are you? How are you feeling after your epic Bikini Kill gig the other week?
Tired.
Yes, very tired.
Yeah, I think that was like a 2-day adrenaline high, and then I remember working at Leah's and just crashing on the Sunday. Like, I was just like high from adrenaline for a good couple of days. I think we all were, and then just crashed when it all wore off because it was incredible. Like, the crowd was amazing, but yeah.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, you were all very well received. You know, it was a sold out gig and everyone was there. And I remember you saying, you know, this is about 10 or 20 times the biggest crowd that you'd ever played.
Probably, yeah.
Something like that.
I think I looked it up, and I think Google said the TIV holds like 700 or 800.
Oh, I think it was 1,500.
Huh?
So it was 1,500.
Oh,
people
really?
Is
Jesus
the TIV's
Christ.
capacity?
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we probably had
it was
maybe
pretty packed.
75% of that. Because if you've ever been to the TIV, like half the time the support bands maybe get like 50% of the crowd. there was a good 75% of people there. It was a really good turnout.
Yeah, I remember looking out and just seeing basically people as far as the lighting was, and then some. Like, it was a completely packed crowd as far as the lighting would go, which was pretty impressive. And I went out a little bit earlier to put out set lists, and people just started screaming the second one of us came out. And they kept going.
We love you, Chad.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense that the Bikini Kill crowd would be into the little local band that's also joining them, you know?
Yeah, I feel like people also trying to get their spots early, right up against the barrier.
Yes.
You know? Like, I'm going to stand here for 4 hours all night. So
I think, Kai, weren't you like, I'm getting right at the front?
Oh, yeah. I was right at the front, stage right. So I had a great view. But, you know, that's what's great about being a support band for, like, such a cool band like Bikini Kill is, you know, there's so many fans that want to get there really early, and then you get the opportunity to show them what you got. And I think you definitely did.
Yeah, I also heard that Bikini Kill had some bras thrown at the stage, and I was just like, did anyone throw binders at Queerbait? Like, come on.
In this economy?
Yeah, true, I'm not throwing that's expensive.
Throw it right back at you.
Keep it.
They're hard to take
You
off.
need this more than I do.
Imagine taking that off. Yeah, actually. Never mind, logistically, cost, it's not worth it.
I did have some, the borderline proposals from the front row, and that was very cute and appreciated.
It was an all-ages event too, right? So there's quite a lot of young folk, which I thought was super cool. I know the lead singer from the Snout Smell was there with their kid, and they were just like, ah! Yeah. So that's really exciting. And then I think because beautiful CJ from Locked In on 4ZZZ went live for part of your set, and you did an incredible tribute to the trans people that have died in the last year, and you held space for a long time. What was that like? What was that? Because was that a huge decision to make? Was that something that you talked about beforehand? Like how did you come to making that decision?
Eva brought it up like maybe a couple of weeks before. And we all just thought it was a great idea, really confronting for everyone in the crowd, which was like, the whole point.
It was,
I think it worked well.
After the news of that British girl, Lena, Twitter was going wild, and I was just feeling helpless. And then I realized we're playing Bikini Kill, and I was like, we've got to do something. And that seemed like something to do. I think I blacked out while I was up there reading the list. I remember that guy tried to heckle us while we were up there, and he got shouted down so quickly. It was really cute, actually.
Yeah, there's actually a video. If you wanted to check it out, actually, that moment that Eva's discussing, it's on the 4ZZZ Instagram page, 4ZZZ Radio, and CJ recorded the whole 10 minutes, and it was so... I got emotional the first time I watched it. I just thought it was really exceptional, but I also love that this buffoon yelled something out, and then the whole crowd turned on him immediately and shut him down.
Yeah, he didn't even get to finish what he was saying.
He did not get a word out, really. Yeah. He started saying something, and everyone went, just immediately turned.
I mean, he was obviously lost. I don't know what he was doing at that gig.
He was probably some poor kid's dad. And that kid was probably in the crowd, recognized his voice and was just like, Dad, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Don't embarrass me in front of Queerbait. But you also sold out of merch, which is cool.
No, we had 25 shirts. It was a very small run.
Good. I'm glad I got in early for me, but I wasn't sure about sizing for Ez. So I left and I messaged them, what size are you? And by the time I went back, they were gone. So
I was devastated. Anyway, I'm putting in my request now for a Queerbait shirt. That's
we
cool.
printed literally as much as we could afford. It's pretty much what it came down to in the end. We emptied our band fund and then some.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's the way it is, right? It's like, you know what?
Exactly.
Let's just... And also, how much notice did you have for this gig? Was this sort of suddenly dropped on you, or...
Actually, no. It was at least a month and a bit.
Yeah.
It was less than you'd expect. I suspect they had someone else lined up for support, and either they pulled out, or for whatever reason, they decided to go with someone else.
From memory, it was mid-February.
Yeah.
It was a while before.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks to a month, ultimately.
It was fairly close.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I was very excited when I saw you. You were there for the gig.
Yeah,
So were we.
Yeah.
I also hear that you're possibly got some more music coming.
Yes, there were many songs that we don't have yet.
Yeah, we've been attempting to record stuff since late last year, actually.
Yeah, it must have been. We've been doing a couple little bedroom recordings.
And then we've sort of decided to try and do a studio thing.
Yeah, but I think we should try and find someone to do it for us instead of, putting it together at home. So we're looking around at the moment.
Making you do it all.
Yeah.
Which is how we did our first single. Ali and Eva just mixed everything at a uni pretty much.
I think we just recorded it at uni and then Eva just mixed it at home.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, with the worst speakers ever. If the mixing is not up to par, that's why.
I mean, it's just... I think that's the great thing with punk music too, is that you have this raw way, how the sound of that genre of music is. It's this raw, put together, kind of slapstick. Sometimes it feels like it's held together with sticky tape and glue, but it's it's raw and real.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's great. It's DIY music, it's punk.
Yeah, the feeling's there.
Yeah, it's great. Amplifying the voices of the trans and gender non-conforming community of Meanjin, Brisbane and beyond.
Transmission on 4ZZZ brings you the latest in trans community news, music and events.
Every Tuesday from 9am till 10am.
Join our team of hosts for an hour of celebrating the unique perspectives of the trans community.
Transmission, Tuesday mornings from 9am till 10am on 4ZZZ. You're listening to Transmission on 4ZZZ, all about amplifying the trans and gender non-conforming voices of Meanjin and beyond. My name is Ez. I use he, him pronouns.
And I'm Cai, and I use they, she pronouns, and we're here in studio with Queerbait.
Hello.
And we're talking about, I don't know, the very cool gig they did recently and stuff they've got coming up.
Yeah, there's also, like, Queerbait have, I don't know, you guys are prolific. We're getting around the Brisbane scene. Kinda, yeah.
Well, 2 songs is calling prolific with 2 songs out as bold.
Well, I mean, it's amazing that you've had these 2 tracks and then how popular you are as well. You know, I always find that really, it's a testament to your skill and your performance that you can have 2 very short tracks as well released and people are like, give me more, like hungry for your content.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of our popularity comes from live performance more than anything else.
Yeah.
Which is good. It also means, though, that pretty much all of our fan base have to be people that have seen us and been to our gigs.
What do you think that
Which
does
a lot of people.
For music? Because, like, you know, I think your presence is obviously the drawing card, right? And the popularity of Queerbait. So what do you think it is that's about your performance that makes people love you so much?
I think there's just very few other bands in Queensland that are entirely trans women. I think, yeah. I mean, like, several people said we were perfect for Bikini Kill. And I'm not sure I know any other trans people in Brisbane doing that style of, like, sassy punk.
Yeah, right.
And I think maybe that just people really like that. And there's not enough of that around. I think that's part of it.
The sass. Yeah, absolutely.
The sass.
I think we have a lot of fun on stage too. Like, we're just very relaxed. We try to just be chill. It's like the songs are rehearsed, but nothing else is. We kind of just talk.
We take this very non-seriously.
Yeah.
Because we're very relaxed on stage.
Yeah.
We're always like completely. I'm trying to be radio friendly here. Shitting ourselves.
Yeah.
Coming up to a performance, and then we step foot on stage, and we just stop caring entirely for whatever reason. Like, I remember with Bikini Kill, some of us will just, like, genuinely thought we would throw up from anxiety. And then the second we stepped out, it was completely fine, and we just screwed around the entire set.
Yeah.
Excluding, obviously, the one heavy-hitting, actually poignant moment.
I would argue that all of it's poignant, really, because, you know, like you said, being an all-female trans band, you know, that's really cool, right? And there's not many bands that exist that are like that, particularly in our home city here of Brisbane, you know? And I think a big pull and drawing card of Queerbait would be the fact that, you know, seeing representation, and that's what you guys are.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. We've definitely met, like, other trans girls that have come and talked to us and been like, oh my god, it's so cool seeing you guys play. Like, you know, they're just so stoked seeing other trans women, like, do well, play music, have fun, you know,
being loud and being present.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's you know, particularly with is it Clock that, you know, that talks about being in the valley,
you
know, and being, like, looked at and the experiences that you have as a trans person, but then the popularity of the music, meaning that it's resonating, people are empathizing with it, they're feeling it. Even I, you know, like, as a trans man, I relate to the music that you're creating and to the presence you have with your performances. So it's like, it's really cool. Really chuffed you exist in my city.
Thank you.
I do think another part of it is how brilliantly, like, ready for us the Brisbane scene was. As soon as we were ready to play shows, we had, like, dozens of people hitting us up being like, oh, we'd love to get you guys on stage with us. Like, the scene was looking for bands like us to platform, and I think that gave us a huge boost at the very start.
Good timing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, pretty much immediately after we released those first 2 songs, we had Flanger Panties contact us for the boat show, which is their first ever gig. And then, like Eva said, immediately after that, we were just inundated with like gig requests, and we pretty much haven't had to book our own gig ever since.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't reached out
cool.
to all our gigs. I don't know if that's like normal or not.
Yeah,
but
we did the press shoot.
Yeah, we organised our own one for the shoot.
But yeah, other than that, we've pretty much just followed other people around when they need someone to join the bill.
Yeah.
And it's worked for us.
That's not normal. That's it's good to be so in demand.
Yeah, we'll probably try and be more independent as it goes on, but like,
yeah,
I think
we need to organise another one of our own shows. Do an all ages one, maybe we headline.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I've got university, Ali has work, June has work. We're all kind of doing our own things, and the band thing is something cool and fun we get to do as well.
Just lucky it did so well, like without trying way too hard. You put in effort for sure.
It's like an organic, it's just flowing naturally, and you're picking up things when they come to you and just enjoying it.
It's not like I don't feel like we're not forcing anything. We're not like chasing it to be famous rock stars forever.
Well, Eva, you're not just a rock star. You're also into games, right? You make gaming music and games things.
Yes. I've done a bit of video game dev before I started uni, because it's a massive time sink, as I'm sure if you've tried it you would know. But yeah, these days I focus more on creating music for video games. I'm halfway through a project right now for this indie dev who's Brisbane based. He works for a smaller company that releases more gamey games, and he's got this kind of artsy side project that he's funneling some of that money into. So it's a pretty cool project.
Because that's how I know you. I know you through the local games scene more than I know you through local punk music.
Do you know Squiggly River?
I do know Squiggly River. Shout out to Squiggly River.
He knows Squiggly River.
Squiggly River are a local independent game dev meetup for people to organise and create things, particularly small games and stuff.
Very queer.
That's how I knew you through that avenue
that makes
of
sense,
games.
yeah.
The small Brisbane-based indie dev community.
Yeah, they're doing a sort of game jam getaway camp later this month, actually. That's going to be amazing.
I should check out the dates and I can mention it.
Yeah, we're all going down to... Well, it's sort of an internal thing. Like, we've all applied and paid, but it's just sort of a group fun thing we do. We're all going down to Darlington, staying in a cabin for a weekend, and see what games we can come up with.
So in between making punk rock Riot Girl, you're making excellent gaming music and hanging out with gaming community.
So
which is
trans.
cool. So trans. Called out now.
Get your programmer socks.
How did you get together as a band? Like, how did you decide to start making music? How did that happen?
I made a Facebook post because I always thought that an all trans girl band would be really cool, and I just posted like, how cool would that be? Like, and then I can't remember who commented first, but
I jumped in being like, yes, let's actually do this.
Yeah.
You better not be fucking around.
Ali's been a Facebook shitposter for a really long time. We did not take her serious. Well, we took her seriously. She did not intend it seriously.
You just rock up at her house, be like, band practice? You're like, wait, I wasn't, what?
Well, none of us actually knew each other before. And then so I messaged, because they both commented, and she was like, I can play bass, and he was like, I can sing and play guitar. And I'm like, well, I don't really know how to play drums, but I'll give it a go. And then I messaged them both. I was like, you guys serious? Do you want to hang out? And I made a group chat, and I think we went and got coffee in the city.
Yes, that's how it kind of started.
And then we like hung out together all day, and we went to Fat Louie's and got drunk and played pool.
That first song we did a cover of?
Soundproof by Destroy Boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what we started with.
Yeah, it was kind of just a song that we could learn together as a group to get in the groove of things, and then we decided we didn't really like it that much.
I can't listen to it anymore. We played it so many times when we were
Literally.
starting out.
And so
hear
poorly
it.
too. No offense to you guys.
There's always like one song that you've played enough at every band, and like, I'm so over this song.
Yeah.
So when's your next gig? When can people see you?
15th of April at Greaser Bar. I think we're playing with Passion Cactus.
And Vesper Green.
Yes. And then
29th April?
we're playing at the Zoo. Is Free Entertainment the band, or is that the organizer?
Free Entertainment is the band.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that.
Last I checked, they've also got Cheap Date on the bill, but that might be a bit up in the air.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm sold on Queerbait, but the Free Entertainment, which are an excellent band from Nam, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, and they're like kind of like take influence from My Chemical Romance and like emo punk pop. We've played one of their tracks.
Banshee's Bar and Art Space is Ipswich's only bar for live, loud, original gigs, contemporary art, and a friendly, relaxed vibe. They support original artists, social justice activists, and 4ZZZ subscribers who get 10% off their drinks with your 4ZZZ subscriber card. Banshee's Bar and Art Space in Ipswich are a proud 4ZZZ business subscriber and sub-discount outlet.
I'm Cai, and I use they, she pronouns. You're listening to Transmission on 4ZZZ, and I'm here with...
Ez, he, him pronouns.
Very good. And we're here with Queerbait with...
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah. Hi.
This is the end, actually, of the episode.
Oh.
So
Yeah, we just came in to say bye.
Okay, cool.
tuned in at a great time. If you missed out on listening to the full conversation with Queerbait this morning, you can listen back to 4ZZZ on demand. So you can head over to www.4ZZZ.org.au. You can look up the programs there. You can look up all the shows, and you can click on Transmission with a Z, and you can listen back to our chats with Eva, Ali, and June. My favourite all-girl band, and I look forward to buying some merch at some point. I'll just throw money at you.
Wait, we might have some stickers. We might be able to give you a sticker.
We're literally just waiting for our screen printer's arm to heal, and then we'll be able to. Because the guy we were gonna go through initially, he shattered his arm at a gig, so he couldn't screen print.
Oh, that's not great.
No, it's not great.
It's really not great.
So yeah, we're just waiting for his arm to heal, and then we'll be able to do a bunch more merch.
Oh my gosh.
Bequeathing stickers.
Oh my god, the moment.
Yes, yes,
Transmission.
thank you.
I'm gonna put this somewhere on my computer at ZHQ so people be like, yeah, everyone
We've already
sees it.
slapped one on the
just
wall
put one.
outside.
Oh, good.
So,
Outside, yeah.
Nice,
So don't
Yeah,
keep
as
those,
you
know.
should.
Yeah. Any band that comes into 4ZZZ, it's like rite of passage to just like somehow either scratch your name into the wall
Yeah,
or a sticker or poster or something.
I think when we played in the other room, we like signed the wall.
Oh, with Right Here, Right Now, yeah.
Like, yeah.
I can't remember whether we signed the wall with Queerbait or just individual names.
I think it was individual.
Yeah, because I remember Shaylee, I think, is the one that told us to sign the wall. And none of us knew specifically what they meant by it.
He was like, okay, it's my signature, I guess.
I just wrote my
So
name.
if you want to steal June Orales' signature, come on down to the
No,
4ZZZ
actually,
headquarters.
no. My signature and what I write is very different. I don't use the same one.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Very
but-
smart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you make sure that whatever you're signing is like love hearts and stars. And,
I'm not
you
gonna
know,
get like tricked into signing some legal documents. You know, when someone asks for my signature, like adopt a child or something, and I've signed the papers.
You're prepared
No.
for fame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, well, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so
we'll
much for
see
having
you
us.
next week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Thank you so much for listening to Transmission. See you next Tuesday, 9 to 10 a.m. on 4ZZZ.